What up, what up, what up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to do a review of the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 9, Episode 12. So if you haven't seen Episode 12 of Season 9 of the Real Housewives of Potomac, turn this video off and go watch the episode and then come back and watch this video. And please like the video, subscribe to my channel. It's a simple, free, anonymous way to support my channel. Don't take no money out your pocket. It takes less than 5 seconds to do. It helps Black content creation grow. So just like and subscribe if you want to support. I'm not a public speaker, so I will tend to say and so and like 1,000 times. I may stop to regain my thoughts. I may slow my speaking down to regain my thoughts. I'm going to be looking at my notes that I take throughout the show. Anything I say is my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. And comment below what you would grade this week's episode, what you thought of this week's episode. If I forget something, I'm off on something, and I leave something out that I should have brought up, that you thought I should have brought up. Your difference of opinions, everything, all that, leave it in the comments. I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. What happened in this episode? I know we were in Panama. This episode was kind of dry. It didn't do much for me. I'm gonna give this episode a C+. Low-key C-. I might change my review at the end. I might change my grade at the end of this review after I done talked through the episode. But for now, I'm putting it between a C- and a C+. It kind of didn't give a lot for me. I feel like Married to Medicine was a little better, but I'm gonna just talk about this first and see where my grade changes or stays the same at the end. So yeah, Last Chance, RHOP, Season 9, Episode 12. If you have not seen it, turn this video off so you don't get any spoilers. So the episode begins where we left off in last week's episode, where Jacqueline shows up to Karen's Love Lagoon party with her dog, shitting in Karen's lawn and shit. And then she has these 8 balloons. And she's like, these 8 balloons represent Karen's 8 citations. And Mia just in the background, laughing, like giving it a whole moment. Ladies they giving their opinions in their confessionals about Jacqueline showing up uninvited. Ray then escorts Jacqueline back to her car. And Mia goes out too and has the nerve to be out there shading Karen, talking about something she don't own her home, so this is not private property, yada, yada, yada. It's just like, and this is why she don't be trusting your ass. So Mia comes back and then tries to talk to Karen, and Karen's like, no, Mia. And I'm glad Karen paid Mia ass dust, because you was just out there in the parking lot talking shit about her. And then you want to come up to her and try to explain yourself. Like, no. I'd have been irritated too if I was Karen. Like, bitch, don't come up to me and try to explain shit to me. Because now that she gone and now that the moment's passed, now you don't want it to be awkward, so you're trying to go say, like, girl, I would have threw Mia ass out too, but you know, Karen, she didn't do too much. But if I was her, I would have kicked Mia ass out too. You want to be laughing and think shit funny with the shade and all that, bitch, you could go too. You ain't even come with a +1 anyway. So everybody sits down to eat. Stacy, this is why I love Stacy, because she be getting to the bottom of shit. So she's like, Mia, did you know Jacqueline was coming? And Mia gets the, oh, well, yeah, she did mention it, but I told her I wasn't going to stop her. She's a grown woman. It's just like we all heard you say in the last episode that you was going to sneakily invite Jacqueline anyway. So we didn't put that past you doing that sneaky shit. So regular conversation happens or whatever. I don't think nothing important happens. And then after dinner, Mia goes to the pool and takes her skirt off and decides to get in the pool and popping her butt in front of all these women's husbands and boyfriends. I'm just like, have some couth, girl. So while the ladies are packing for the Panama trip, Mia does make it known that she is leaving her kids with a nanny. And I thought it was weird that she's leaving with the nanny and not with Gordon, but I was like, maybe Gordon got something going on, or maybe Gordon is in one of his states, so maybe it wasn't good. Because I was like, why the nanny? Why pay for a nanny when they can just be with their father? So the ladies, they arrive, mind you, before they meet up at the airport or whatever, and all the ladies are like, we about to go sit down or do something. And Jacqueline was like, well, I'm going to stay here for Mia because that's my best friend. Some people don't have best friends. It's just like, girl, why do you? We don't care. You think we really care that you and Mia are best friends? You needed Mia as your storyline. It's just like you didn't come as authentic as we thought you would this season. We don't care, Jacqueline. You just corny to watch at this point. But anyway, so the ladies, they arrive in Panama. And on the sprinter ride there, Wendy tells them, we got 2 hours to get to the resort. And everybody like, 2 hours? It's crazy. But Wendy's on there explaining the room situations and a little bit of the itinerary for that night. So this is when Stacey kind of confronts Ashley and Kiana about some things that they said at the love party about TJ. And then Stacey goes on to say that she doesn't see a romantic relationship with TJ until her divorce is finalized. Which I feel like I'm looking at you a little sideways, Stacey, because that wasn't how it was coming in. Coming in, you was flirty, trying to see if you can get some type of affection from TJ. And then when you had your dinner, when you had tea with your aunt, and she told you should be trying to wait until your divorce. Now it seemed like you changing your tune and saying you want to wait till your divorce is settled, is finalized until you do something romantic. Just be true to yourself, Stacey. I don't think you should be with the nigga anyway. I can't take back the way he acted at Wendy's birthday party. Like, that threw me off of him for you. So I don't see it for TJ no more anyway. So Karen's like, well, at the Love Lagoon, TJ made me feel like he doesn't want to be in a romantic relationship with you, Stacey. And they show the clip of TJ agreeing with Giselle that he and Stacey weren't in a relationship, at all. So Mia wants to fake congratulate Stacey and Ashley on going through their divorces, and this leads Ashley into sharing that she's starting to really catch hard feelings for Josh, and then she lets it be known that her and Josh slept together the night before she came on this trip. And Wendy's just like, I want you to do better. She's in her confession. I want her to do better than Jack Harlow. Keep calling that man Jack Harlow is hilarious. So the ladies finally arrive at the resort and they're getting escorted to their villas. And, they all get escorted to Wendy's room first. And Wendy starts giving out the room assignments. And she puts Jacqueline and Karen in the same area space. And Karen's like, I can't believe she put me in the area with this hell. And then she puts Giselle and Stacey in the same villa. And Giselle's like, in her confession, like, I'm not okay with this. And Wendy's like, I did that so Stacey could get on Giselle's nerves. And I'm just like, I appreciate, Wendy and Giselle, they cool now, but I appreciate that I appreciate that Wendy's still throwing some shade. Because Giselle, you have no right throw no shade the way you did Wendy these past couple of seasons. But Wendy, I appreciate when she tries to throw shade or tries to do something to annoy Giselle in the slightest way. So the ladies, they all meet downstairs for dinner. But before they do like some little dancing with these Congo dancers, and one of them is dressed up like the devil. So when they sit down to dinner, they're asking the host dude, they're like, what was with the guy dressed as the devil? And he was like, he was just a devil, he was just dancing, blase. And Karen, then this leads Karen to talk about how Jacqueline is the darkness that's around her. So then Giselle confronts Jacqueline about her coming uninvited to Karen's place and talking about the 8 citations. She said, that was fucked up. And I was in my head like, Giselle got some fucking nerve, but we not forget how you came to that dinner with the Uncle Ben free taxes shirt or whatever. And then Ashley brings up in her confessional, she reminds us about when Giselle came to Karen's place dressed as the pizza person. I can't even remember what that shade was about, but I was just like, yeah, Giselle, you do some wild shit too. But I was like, if it wasn't going to be Giselle to call out Jacqueline, then somebody had to. So Jacqueline was like, well, you know, no one allowed me to finish my speech. I was going to say that the 8 balloons represented the citations, but I wanted to release those citations because they were so heavy on Karen. She said that was her way of extending an olive branch, and that she came in peace and blase blase. And Karen's like, that wasn't your intention. Even Giselle's like, bitch, the way you was saying it, you was trying to be funny. So Karen's like, you know, I take the safety of my family very seriously, and you come into my house unannounced. She says, I have begun the process of pressing charges on your ass. And I was like, oh, Lord. So then she's like, you know, and you know, releasing balloons into the atmosphere is illegal. So everybody start busting out laughing. So then Mia does bring up, she's like, Karen, you just released some balloons for your mother's death date. And they show a flashback of that. And I'm just like, oh, they be catching each other. I ain't gonna lie. So, what happens after that? Jacqueline apologizes to Karen, but she says she doesn't apologize for the message that she was bringing because it wasn't a negative message. And Karen's like, well, I can't tell. So then Stacey chimes in, you know, Jacqueline, how did you even know where Karen lived? I was like, oh, I love Stacey, bruh. So she's like, how did you even know where Karen lived? And everyone immediately is like accusing Mia, like, Mia. So then the producers asked Mia in her confessional, did you give Jacqueline and Karen's address? And Mia's like, I absolutely did not. I don't put it past Mia. So then Giselle decides to confront Mia about the last conversation that they had, where Mia tried to say that Giselle only puts out perfect stuff of her daughters on social media, blase blase. So Mia doubles down on what she said and says it even worse this time. Doesn't take back what she said. Ashley comes in, tries to defend Giselle a little bit. Then Wendy chimes in and calls out Giselle because she's like, you had so much anger and animosity towards me and Candace, for that matter. She doesn't say Candace, but towards me last season because you thought I was making faces when you were talking about your daughter. Here's somebody actually talking about your daughter, and you don't even have that same smoke for her. And Giselle's like, well, you know, that's different because me and you were not talking, and I consider Mia a friend, and this is what's happening. And I'm just like, and Wendy's in the confessional like, yeah, I see the double standard. I peep you, Giselle. I peep the double standard. And I was like, yeah, Wendy, we already know. We peeped that before you brought it up, baby. We know what type of Giselle is trying to be cool this season, but we still know the devil that she is. So, this is when Karen and Ashley kind of call out Mia for the things that she brings to the group regarding her kids and her relationship with Ink and Gordon. Because, you know, Karen's like, well, you bring stuff about your kids to the group. That'd be you bringing it up. And then Ashley's like, well, you know, one minute you're being emotional and vulnerable with us about Ink and Gordon. And next thing you know, you on social media posting things like Happy Father's Day, Ink, or whatever. So then Jacqueline, of course, has to chime in and try to defend Mia. And she's like, you know, you guys, you wouldn't understand because you don't know what Mia's going through. How would they know what Mia's going through if Mia is not sharing with Mia? Be lying. Mia don't be telling her truth. So what they going off what she coming and telling them and what they seeing online. Like, how can they understand what she's going through if she's not giving them the full truth? So it's just like, Jacqueline, you make no sense. So, Mia, she's like, you know, she explains why she wishes Ink a Happy Father's Day. She's like, because he's around, he's showing up, he's doing this and da-da-da. She gets emotional. You know, I came from the foster system, and she's telling them about how she had different moms, different dads. So she shows love to anybody that showed up and showed support and did this and did that. And then she talks about, then she gets emotional and talks about the different versions of Gordon that she gets every day. And she's like, how would you guys be able to deal with that? And here's one thing. Okay, so I get what she's saying in that moment, but at the same time, and that's the way she just described it, she tried to make it seem like Ink is the hero and Gordon is the villain. Because she's like, I wished Ink a happy Father's Day because he shows up and he's there and blase blase. Then she goes on to say, every day I have to wake up and deal with a different version of Gordon. So it just feels like you painting Gordon as the villain and you trying to make Ink out to be this perfect person. And it's just like, I'm not saying that's not the case, but it's just like, I can't, like, what do we believe? What do we believe when it comes to you? So the women, they begin to sympathize a little because, Mia's giving the waterworks. I'm just like, I don't care. I stopped liking Mia after she put hands on Wendy. I was like, I don't fuck with you no more anyway. So I could give a fuck less about your tears. So the next morning, Jacqueline goes outside and she asks one of the bellhops or whatever they are to take a picture of her. And Ashley's like, why are you having him do it? And Jacqueline's like, well, I know Karen wouldn't do it. She hates my guts or something like that. So Karen takes Jacqueline's phone, takes a picture, and Karen says in her confessional, this is her way of opening up for an olive branch as long as Jacqueline don't fuck up no more. She's like, and maybe if Jacqueline start wearing that Fashion Nova. I was just like, damn, how Fashion Nova catches straight. So, some of the ladies sit down for breakfast and Wendy comes out there bearing gifts with their names on them, super cute. And then she gives some of the itinerary for that day. And then we cut away to Mia saying in her confessional that Gordon came and took the kids the night before because he didn't want them with the nanny. So at first I was like, okay, what's wrong with that? They with their daddy. But then she said that he dropped them off somewhere else. So now she don't know where her kids are. So I'm like, okay, well, I kind of understand that. So that was a crazy way to end the episode. So Mia's in a frenzy because she don't know where her kids is. Like I said, the episode was kind of dull for me. I would probably give this episode a C-, maybe. Not a lot happened. Not a lot happened. We had some little kooky moments, but yeah, I probably would give it a C-. We see in the next episode, Mia and Ashley are going to have a little tiff. What else happens in the next episode? Stacy brings up Kiana's case with Deborah with Sesame Street. So we'll see what's gonna happen in the next week's episode. But I would give this week's episode a C-. Those are my little thoughts and what have you. So comment below what you would grade this week's episode and your little thoughts and what have yous, and if I left something out or something like that, difference of opinion, all that stuff, leave in the comments. Like and subscribe to the channel. If you sat here for these 18 minutes and watched this review, you can definitely hit the like button and hit the subscribe button because that takes less than 5 seconds to do. It helps build up this Black content creation that we're trying to evolve in right now. So yeah, it takes no money out your pocket, no time out your day. Like and subscribe to help support. Comment below. Thanks for watching this review, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.